Good morning, good morning, good morning, South Florida. Hello, world. This is Robert Henderson Jr. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm a certified tax coach.
You are.
And we're live in the beautiful studios of the Henderson Financial Group studios. And joining me live here is my wonderful, talented sister-in-law, business partner, the vice president of the Henderson Financial Group, Lynda V. Harris. Lynda, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Robert. How you doing?
Good.
I noticed you just introduced me, and that was very, very nice. And you've been introducing me as the vice president of the Henderson Financial Group for, 15 plus years.
Okay, yes.
When will I get a promotion?
What's the next step? What do you want to be? You want to be chairman or you want to be president? You want to be co-president? Knowing you want to be co-president. Give them an inch and take a football field.
I'm all for
Oh,
upward
man.
mobility and breaking glass ceilings. And
Okay.
I've been the vice president of the Henderson Financial Group for, most people stay in positions,
What
5 to 7 years?
I don't know what you want to be.
I'm,
What's your next step? Tell me what you want.
Can we have a meeting
For what?
to
We can meet-
discuss my
Let's
next
discuss it right
step?
here. Let's discuss it right
No,
here.
we cannot.
Let's discuss it right here. What do you want?
I'd like to
You
have
make
a
it-
meeting to discuss my future and my next step.
Okay, we could do that.
Good morning, everybody.
Why don't we make you co-president? You president and I'm president.
No,
You ain't gonna stop
no.
until you president, huh? Give him an inch.
No,
and
you
take a
do
football
very
field.
well as president.
Yes, I.
No, we don't. I don't want to be.
So what you want to do? What you want to be? Executive, president, executive?
Can we just have a meeting?
Yeah, we can have a
I
meeting.
want to crack the C-suite.
Okay,
All right.
all right. It comes along that title. Oh my God, it comes. Oh my God, you got to be here at 9 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? I don't think you're gonna be here
Or
at 9 o'clock at night.
somewhere working for the firm.
No, you got to be here at 9 o'clock at night.
Sometimes
you
I'm
know?
at a meeting.
I
I'm at a
mean-
board meeting. I'm at a commission meeting.
I'm here on Saturdays.
Hello, what day is it today?
Well, you're gonna leave after the show. Yes, I will be here all day. You got to put it, man. You got to put it in, man. You got to put it in.
Which leads me to my conversation we were having over our socially distanced, severely scaled down Thanksgiving dinner. We're coming upon the end of the year yet again. Boy, this was fast.
Yes.
Not fast enough, but it was fast. And so you're going to start hearing people say things like New Year's resolutions. I have to do better. What's the number one resolution? Lose weight, save more money. In that order. Most times, in that order. So, and I still get, and we still get the same people coming back every year. I got to meet with you. I got to get it together. You put together a plan. They do it for what, 2 or 3 months? Then the next year, I got to meet with you. I got to get it together. And you accommodate and you and then they fall off again and again and again. Everybody out there, as we're coming upon the end of this year, we have to stay consistent. Stay consistent with this. Don't do it for social purposes. It's nice to get an investment club and y'all go have martinis and you relax and you get with the girls and it's good to talk about. I'm going to meet with my investment club, but you're not going to stick with it. It's good for cocktail party conversation. You at the water cooler and, how much did we get this stock for? And how much, did you put your money in this? And you're not going to stick with it. You need to be consistent. You need to do this. Y'all got to stop playing with this and coming back every year and saying, can I meet with you? I have to get it together. Now, most of the time, I still have your file. I still have your paperwork. And we go through the motions again. But when are you going to stop going through the motions with yourself? You need to be consistent for you, for your family. You need to be consistent because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I'm on my soapbox, but this is real. This is war. This is get it right or stop playing with yourself. So please, as we come upon this new year, this whole new normal, this new world, we didn't expect a pandemic. Like I always said, I thought my investments and my income, it was recession proof, but not pandemic proof. So even I learned something. But y'all stop. Just be consistent. Get it together. Stop playing with it. Stop saying I got to get with you and calling every New Year's. and then you fall off in 4 months, okay?
You sound like this something personal. One of your girlfriend, your cocktail friends, they keep telling you, Lynda, I'm coming to see you. Lynda, I'm coming. Then they they don't come. It sounds like something personal, man, because you going in hard on
It
people
is personal.
procrastinating.
It is. And it's not cute to keep saying, I got to call you, I got to get with you. It's not cute. You deep down, like you always like to say when you're on the toilet or in the ladies' room by yourself, you know you playing with yourself. And aren't you tired of that? So let's, come on. Especially my ladies, let's get it together.
I mean,
You know?
yes, like you say, especially your ladies. I knew it was your ladies, her girlfriends, But the thing is, Lynda, I appreciate you saying, everybody can appreciate you saying it. Parents have told children that all the time.
Okay.
They've been growing up. And then, the kids grow up to be adults. And if you can, have a solution for getting people to do what they need to do, then you change the world. I mean, because it's in every field, as I said. I mean, there are people that go to jail and constantly, offenders, they come right back. The judge tell them don't come back, they still come back. I mean, it's in every field, on person on drugs do the same thing, and people on alcohol. That's why you have these organizations. I mean, people, I don't chase or I don't wonder or I don't go running behind anyone, and people know I don't. When you come to me and start to work with me as a client, when you come, I'm going to help you. I promise you I'm going to help you, but I'm not going to chase you down, run you down. I'm not your mother. I'm not your father. You're an adult. Now, if I'm dealing with a 16-year-old who doesn't really understand, then I'll do that. I don't take it personally. If they call my office, Henderson, I want to meet with you, and I talk to them and I tell them what we need, and if I don't hear back from them, I'm not calling them saying, hey, come love yourself. Hey,
what happened to the appointment?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. That's being a social worker. I'm not a social worker.
I want to do it because I know we can help. I want to do it, and I want to say this because trust me, you will feel good about it. It's easy to do the things that make us feel good, which is, why you want to overindulge in certain vices. But I promise you, this feels good too. Knowing that you're doing the right thing financially. If you just give yourself a chance and get started, it really does feel good, Robert.
The reason it does feel good.
It feels good.
Lynda, I'm of the mind that no one can make a soul do anything until they're ready to do it. I'm of that mind, and I've lived it. I truly, truly believe when the person is ready, they will,
it'll go down.
It'll happen. No one can guide you or talk to you or tell you what to do. Not until you're sick and tired and you're like, I've hit rock bottom, or
but
time is running out. But they're not children.
Yeah.
So that's why
true.
That's why my motto is, if you come to me for help, I'm gonna give you my undivided attention. Your situation is gonna be my situation. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna take it personal. But if you not interested in helping yourself, I don't got time to run behind you, man. I just don't. Like I said, we're not social workers. We're here to help aid you.
You always said that.
I've been telling you that for years. For years. And you're like, Robert, no. Because you can't spend a lot of time on people who don't want to take their lives real serious. I like people who are really proactive. They trying to figure it out. They need some help. They really into it. I will not go looking for you, telling you. I mean, like I said, if you was a teenager, if I'm a guidance counselor at a school, then I'll go help, because you don't know yet. But when you 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old.
And somebody's whole wife, and you still playing with yourself. So I
So I don't know if your girlfriends who keep telling you they're coming. I don't know. You can talk them till you're blue in the face until they're ready, until they say, okay, I'm ready. And that's just how life is. That's on everything. A drug dealer, not a drug dealer, someone who is a drug addict, addicted to drugs, they don't stop until they're ready to stop. You can put in all kind of centers, all kind of rehabilitation centers. They get out and they do it again. Not until they say, I'm not when they make that choice. When they make that choice, that's when all the action starts. That's just the way it is. That's how it is even spiritually. No one can, you can go to the Catholic school or go to church every day. But until you decide to make that move, it's not going to happen.
You know how many people make 6 figures and don't have $5,000 saved?
Yeah. They get what they deserve.
And all it takes is just a little tweaking and taking this serious. And again, I promise it really does feel good. You will feel good about it. All right, you're right. I can't make them do it.
No.
But I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Take it serious.
Well, I
Stop
hope your
playing with
girlfriend here. I
yourself.
hope your girlfriend. I hope you reached.
Call
You talked somebody off the ledge. I have never seen it happen. I've seen when people say, "Listen, I need help and I want to do better. Can you help me?"
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we are here for. And I love that. When it's like you have someone and they're trying to climb a tree, but they're trying. It's not
Yes.
they're not laying down.
Yes.
They trying, and you helping them. You helping them put their leg up and put this up, and you
Ain't
holding
a
them up.
phone call like climbing that tree. The fact that they called, they recognized that they need help, they made the appointment, they actually keep the appointment, they get on track for a couple of months, so they trying to climb that tree, and then they fall off. And so I just want to say, maybe they're doing it for the wrong reason. Like I said, you just want to talk at the cocktail party. You like bragging about it. You like going to meet and have martinis to your investment club, but that's the wrong reason.
I always say everybody is where they are now as a result of their thinking and their own choices and their own doing, because we're grown. And you ought to think the thoughts. And you put yourself in that position, and you can play the movie back to say, how did I get here?
Right.
And you did it. You make the choices. You could have went left, but you went right. I mean, when you know that you have high blood pressure, there's no sense in you pigging out on pork rinds and eating all this pig food. And this, the doctor have told you to lay off on, your cholesterol is bad. There's no sense in you going and pigging out on potatoes and all this, macaroni and cheese, and then your head start hurting. I mean, you did that, and then you find out, then you have to pay the price for it, and they ask you what happened, and you say, I did this. See, I'm telling you, it's us. We have found the enemy, and the enemy is within yourself. You have got to learn how to master yourself and do the right things. Right. You have to, this whole thing is being able to make yourself do the things that you ought to be doing when you don't feel like doing it. That's what it's about. That's really what it is about. And then you have this outside chatter, these advertisers and influencers that try to take your mind away too. But the whole thing is you have to own your own mind and your thinking. That's what it is. Okay. And I like to work with people that say, listen, I'm here right now, but this is where I want to go. If you like that, I'm your guy. I mean, because I'm like, yes, because I've been there. But I'm not going to run behind you. I'm not going to make you, if you want to spend every dime and spend all your money, and you don't want to, you're like a squirrel that you want to eat all your nuts, and you don't want to put none of your nuts away because you feel like, hey, I'm going to be dead anyway. Okay, that's fine. But what if you're alive? You lose, because now you eating cat food.
Lose,
yeah.
So. All right, that's a good point.
All right. So why don't we start from the top, and I want you to say hello to everyone, okay?
Oh yes. Hey, Miss Redhead. Boy, she's good.
Yes, that's my
Good
girl.
morning, Tracy. Thank you again, Denise Ward.
She's good too.
June Danny.
Here's the crew is here.
Moore. Hey
the
there.
crew is here.
Dorothy Davis and George Henderson. Hi there, Joanne Jackson. Miss Witherspoon.
Yes.
Lily Mae Rowe Vickers. How you doing? Knights Young. Hey, Devaney, thank you again. Devaney been with us since 2 stations ago. Tracy, how you doing? Tracy said it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Diana George. Lily Mae Vickers, how you doing? Doretha, good morning. Denise Ward, again, how are you? Consistency and discipline is key to stick with anything, creating and keeping good daily habits. Thank you for that, Tracy. Miss Redhead, thank you again for sharing the knowledge that puts us in the place I am now.
That's right.
Ms. Redhead, she listened.
Oh, she's spot on. Her and Mr. and Mrs. Redhead, and they cook so good. I was on the West Coast and stopped by to see Auntie Stale, and I stopped by to see them.
Did
oh my
you?
God, they pick such a great meal. They know I'm a pescatarian, and they cook pretty good. Very good people, and they have really good kids also.
Good deal.
And then Miss Morris, she also,
Good deal. They listen and
got Dottie
the
here.
reward came. Joe Witherspoon. Good morning, Mr. Robert and Lynda. Inspiration without dedication is like wanting to get better without taking your medication.
Amen.
Amen, my brother Robert. I love it. Hey, Lynette, good morning. Dottie, good morning. How you doing?
Amen.
Yeah, we want you to stop talking about it and be about it, because at some point, does it get to a point where, Robert, where you stop taking that person's call and stop
No,
making the
no.
appointment? Does it ever get to, because every year they do the same thing and fall off, and because time is money.
Yeah, but I
And
keep
does it
the.
get to a point that you just,
Now you know why I don't get that. Never gets to that
why
point.
don't get to that point? Because it sounds like it could be, but you don't give up on
You-
the individual.
Now you know why I don't.
Why?
Because in the scriptures, God didn't give up on us.
Oh man, that was good.
God, see, I
man.
really follow the
Oh,
golden rule. I
Just
listen.
melted my heart.
I'm telling you the truth. My whole alignment in terms of the way I run my practice. That's why you have to be the president. Being a president takes a lot.
Oh yeah, all right.
Now, being, being the president takes
I
a lot.
failed the
Lynda.
first test.
Yeah. So no, I don't give up. I always keep the light on. I tell people all the time, I'm gonna keep the light on for you. And the reason why
Okay.
is because when you're ready to come and you're ready to get your act together, the light should always be on for you. You should always be welcome. But I'm not gonna run. It's like the prodigal son. You know, the prodigal son. You know, he goes out there. He wants to get his inheritance. Now he want to go out the world. He spends it all off. He spends it out. Then he comes back. The father didn't say, "Hey, get from me. Get. You did me wrong. You took your money." No, you always, because people always, we get another chance.
Right,
I used to say we get a second chance, but we get a lot of chances. Think about it. A lot of us have got a whole lot of. We didn't get a second chance. We got
have.
third chances and fourth
Yes,
chances and
we
fifth
have.
chances.
Yep.
So with that principle in mind, I understand
Okay.
the way the universal law works. So
Okay.
therefore, if some people have come to me and left, then they come back, I don't say no. You left me, 10
And they
years
come
ago.
and they go somewhere else and come back and say and try to take your concept, or which is fine, but then you still welcome them,
Yes, because
knowing that they cheated on you.
yes. Well, I wouldn't say cheated.
Not cheated. All right.
You can't cheat me because where I come from, there's always more. I don't worry about. There's some financial advisors right now that listen to our show, and they take a lot of our stuff and use it on their clients. That doesn't bother me, Lynda.
Right. Absolutely.
Now, financial advisors, when y'all do that and y'all don't log in so we can see who you are, I understand why you tune into our show. I really do.
I would too. If
I would tune into.
I would
All
too.
y'all should be tuning into our show, and you take it back. And I hope you get it right, and you take it back to your client, and you helping someone. Now, why do I feel like that? And I don't feel like competition, because the more people are on their games, and the more people are becoming wealthy and smarter with their money, it makes all of us look good. The world is better. There's less theft.
collectively,
Yes.
we look good
The
as
world.
a whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got money, then you don't have to rob me. You don't have to rip me off. You know what I mean? You don't have to feel like you have lesser. You understand how this thing works. You have to
Absolutely.
put in the time, you have to put in the effort, put in the sacrifice, and you will reap the rewards. So I don't mind. There's a lot of advisors and people that listen to us and don't let us know, but I'm fine with that. And that's why I tell the truth. And I will always keep the light on for you. I have financial advisors calling me and asking me, what is this? How do you do this for their own clients? I don't get a dime out of it. But the universe said we should always
Absolutely.
share and give.
Absolutely.
And since I have a mind that there's no shortage of nothing,
Right.
there's no shortage of gold,
Right.
and God knows there ain't no shortage of money. Y'all don't understand how much money on the planet. So you don't really have to steal or take somebody's money. All you got to do is get your mind straight and
Yes.
get on a path to accumulate what you deserve and what you put in and what you get out. That's all it is,
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about a LERP. What is a LERP?
Like it.
LERP stands for Life Insurance Retirement Plan. It's a LERP, LIRP. What is a LERP? Now, so we get into that because I could do a lot of education, okay?
Okay.
So most of us and most people, and we should have at least 3 buckets for financial planning, and retirement planning. One of the buckets is going to be a taxable account.
Okay.
You know what a taxable account is?
Account that's taxed.
Account that's taxed, whether it's a checking account, savings account, mutual fund, stock account,
You're
investment
going to pay
account.
taxes on the gain.
Our money is taxable.
It's taxable.
A lot of times, you do real estate, you get rent, that's still taxable, right? Okay, so that's one bucket. Then a lot of people, especially if you have a job and you're working for an employer, you will have what they call a tax deferred, tax postponement. That's
Kicking the can down the road. A little
yes,
bit.
you're not paying the taxes right now. You're going to pay the taxes later. Now that is the IRAs, the 401ks. You know, that's what those are. So that is a deferred, the 457 plan. You know, the pension plan, all of that. Mainly most retirement plans, 90% of them are what we call tax deferred, meaning you're not paying them now. We like to say what it really is, tax postponement.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they look at that statement and they say, oh, I got $1 million and I'm a fireman, I'm a fire chief, and I got $2 million inside of my retirement plan. No, that's not all your money. It's your taxes have been postponed.
Yep.
Okay. And then that last bucket that everyone should have. You should have a bucket where you put money in there and it grows and you can't lose it, and you will never pay taxes when you take the money out, because your Social Security is a taxable event. Okay, when you get money from your Social Security, if you're making more than what they're paying you, the $2,000 or $1,500 or $18,000 a year, if you're making more than that, then it's going to be taxable. Okay.
Please share. All of you on Facebook watching us, hit that share button on your Facebook page.
The button, hit the
Apologies.
button. Yeah.
Hit the button and share. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So we know that we have the regular, you know, when we go to ATM and checking account or savings account, investment account, stock account, mutual funds account, ETF account. Those are taxable. And then a lot of us try to put away for retirement. And unfortunately, they have all us putting all that money into tax postponement and tax deferred accounts, 401ks, IRAs, that kind of thing. Okay.
It's like a three-legged stool.
Yes.
Taxable, tax deferred, kicking the can down,
And non-tax.
and non-tax.
What a LERP is a LERP is a retirement strategy using life insurance. Let's talk about that.
Okay. Break it down.
What we do a lot here at the Henderson Financial Group, our goal is to take a lot of your things that are taxable and move them over to the tax-free bucket. So let's say you have all this money. Let's say you have $500,000 inside of a 401k.
Okay.
And now, first of all, before I say that, I want you all to understand this.
Okay.
In 2026, the Trump administration tax cuts that it did for the rich, that's going to roll back. That's going to expire in 2026. Right now, currently, taxes are very low. They're very low. So in 2026, the taxes will go back up higher. And since the government owes more than $27 trillion, taxpayers got to help reduce that. So they're going to have to go up on taxes after 2026 and beyond. So if you're going to retire in the next 5, 6 years or 7 years, when you started getting your money for retirement, you think you're going to get a certain amount of money, you're going to pay more in taxes, and it's going to be going to the IRS and the government. That's how it works.
Gotcha.
Because the government, they don't manufacture or make anything. The government gets all of the revenue to run the country, and the government is us. They get all their money from us. Now, you think in order for them to run the country, they have to get money from us, and they tax you. Think about it. You think you just pay income taxes. You pay taxes on, man, so much. Probably 40% of what you earn, you're paying taxes on. You think you're in a lower tax bracket? No. But when you go buy groceries, you pay taxes. And when you go to the gas station, you pay taxes. I mean, think about it. You pay taxes a lot.
Everything you do. You buy this ink pen, it's taxed. I mean, yeah, everything you do is taxed.
So, yeah.
Not just on your earnings.
Right. So you once you get it from your employer, it's already been taxed. Then you go and you go to buy some food. They're gonna that same money gonna be taxed again. Then you go get some gas. That money, believe it or not, is taxed again. You go buy some clothes. That money is taxed again. It's a lot of tax. And then if you living in a state where they have sales tax, oh my God! Like let's say Georgia, you got to pay federal income taxes. Then you got like 8% and just state taxes. Then you got city taxes.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you,
You tax. You buy a new car, you tax.
yes.
Yeah.
So you don't understand. It's not always what you make and what that statement says. It's what you take home. Okay.
Okay.
So why I like this LERP? Why do I like this life insurance retirement plan? First of all, a lot of people like to compare it to a Roth because you put money in a Roth after taxes, and the money grows tax-free. And when you take it out, you never have to pay taxes, at least, but you have to keep it in there for 5 years, and you have to be over 59 and a half years old in order to take everything out tax-free. But if you don't keep it in there for 5 years, the money that you put in there, since it's already been taxed, you can take it out and not pay taxes. But any of the gains above what you put in is going to be taxable if you take it out before the age 59 and a half, okay? Now, the LERP, that bucket, the LERP, the life insurance retirement plan, there's unlimited amount of money that you can put in there. Yes. Now, not only do I like it for that, when you take the money out,
say unlimited.
Unlimited. People put in 200,000 a year. You know, there is no income limitation. You know, there's no how much you can put in there. No. As the more money you put in there, as long as the life insurance company will increase the life insurance, because you put money in this plan over and above how much the life insurance costs.
Okay.
So that's what we call it, overfunding.
Okay.
And you put money in there. And what I like about it, we like the stock market. Don't think that we don't like the stock market. We like to play the stock market in a real good way, though. What I mean by that, we like when the stocks go up, because when you have a LERP, when the stocks go up, the LERP goes up also. When the stock market goes down, the LERP stays. It doesn't go down. That's why we like the LERP.
Locked in.
The gains are locked in. That's why I like it.
I like it.
On top of that, when you put money into a life insurance retirement plan, we already know there's no caps. Plus, they give you life insurance, and that's legacy planning. So let's just say you put $30,000 there in there this year, and they give you $600,000 life insurance. All of a sudden, you give up the ghost. You don't wake up the next day. You only put $30,000 in there, but it's $600,000 life insurance that's going to come to your family tax-free. That is a good backup plan. You follow me?
Wow.
And let's say you don't wake up dead, and you put $30,000 in this year, and you put $30,000 in the next year, and you put $30,000 in this year. And guess what? You don't have to wait until you're 59 and a half. If you need some money, you can take the money out tax-free. There's a way to take it out where you pay no taxes.
Okay, this is a lot of information. So
that is called the LERP.
I hear people saying, whoa, this sounds so good. And what did you just say? First thing you just said was there's no maximum amount.
That's right. There's no
caps.
Contribution limits. Right.
First thing. Then you said the gains are locked in. If you make 5% that year, and then the market or index is tied to falls back, your gains remain locked in. You
can never lose. In other words, you can't not lose. It doesn't give back. It doesn't yo-yo like the stock market. And it's a tax-free. So what we do a lot of times, we'll have clients. So think about this tax postponement in this IRA or this 401k, and you have a lot of money. And let's think about, since in 2006, 26 and 6 years, actually like 5 years and a month, when the tax is going to go back up and you're trying to take distribution from your retirement because now you're going to retire, you're going to be paying more taxes. But what if we start now taking $25,000, $50,000 out a year and putting it inside of that LERP? You pay the taxes while they're low, because taxes are extremely low right now. You pay the taxes while they're low, and you take it out and put it inside this LERP. Now, in 6 years, you've got all this money in this LERP. You don't pay any more taxes. This thing grows. You have access to it. So you don't have to wait until you're 59 and a half. We do LERPs for people that are 30 years old, 25 years old. Can you imagine? We call it a super Roth. Plus, it gives them life insurance for legacy, just in case. And what I like about the LERP is, the LERP, that life insurance bucket, you don't have to die to use that life insurance.
So it has living benefits.
Yes, it has living benefits. If you get a stroke or heart attack or even long-term care, that's $600,000 or $500,000 or $1 million.
Your money now.
They give it to you now. Part of the death benefit, they will give it to you now while you're alive, tax-free. And you ain't even pay for that now.
And God forbid something happens, you're leaving legacy money because it's a death benefit tied to it.
Yes. Because when you have all of your, and Lynda, some people come to us and they have all of their money tied up. Their whole wealth is tied up either in their home equity, or all of their money is tied up inside of their retirement buckets. Now, why do you all think
Wow.
that the government pushes you to put more money inside of your retirement plan? Just tell me, why do you think that? Think about it now. This is not checkers, this is chess. The government has to make money so it can take care and run the government. That's how the government makes money. So when the government tells you, listen, you can put more money away and defer postponing the taxes. Why do you think they do that? Because they
But
love
if
you?
all of us deferred taxes, we won't get highways built. We won't get.
Huh?
We have to pay taxes. That's how the government builds the roadways and the highways. What if everybody was deferring taxes?
Well, when I say but you pay taxes, property taxes, Lynda, you pay that.
I sure do.
Yeah, so property taxes, they're gonna get taxes on property taxes. I don't care if you pay your house off. You don't have a mortgage, you always gonna pay
Always
property
gonna pay that.
taxes.
Okay.
They need to run the city and the county.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about in terms of the federal government and income taxes.
gotcha.
See, so they want you to defer. They want you to put it off because they know that later on, right now it's over $23 trillion with a T that people have postponed paying taxes on. The government knows that has come the rules. That's coming. That's money they counting on.
So they're saying, thank you for being a good steward of our money.
Right.
And then when you ask yourself, will taxes be higher when I'm ready to take this money out or lower? And the answer is it'll be higher. And so the government is saying, thank you very much. That'll be 28%, please.
Yes.
Or 30, whatever the tax bracket is at that time.
Yes.
Right?
And so a lot of people, when they get ready to retire, they want to put more money inside of they say, listen, I'm going to retire in 5 years. So what I need to do is I need to put more money in my deferred comp. I need to put more money in my TSA. I need to put more money. I need to put more money.
Okay.
And they're doing it right now. They're deferring more money when it's better not to defer to take the money out, because if you postpone the taxes now, you run into a brick wall later.
So it's like pay the taxes now. Most likely it's lower than it will be in the future. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what the tax. But
Yeah.
one thing we can say, it's not going to be lower. I don't think I've ever
Joe Biden told you.
remember them rolling back taxes.
Well, no,
No,
Lynda.
don't be talking about my Joe Biden. He said on people making $400,000 or more, the taxes will be higher.
Okay.
Okay.
But they haven't said what's going to happen with retirement planning.
They haven't
That's a
said
lot of
that.
money. They're not
That's a
just
lot
going to
of
let
money.
that money stay there, okay? And they needed to pile up because they're smart. The government is smart. They saying don't pay the taxes now,
Right.
pay it later when the rates are higher. They're not saying that, but if taxes been so low for a long time,
It
taxes
has.
have got to go up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying interest rates, but taxes will. You follow me? Think
So
about
stop
it.
deferring. I remember when I did something bad and your parents say, wait till your daddy get home, and you know you're going to get that butt whipping, but you try to defer it. You try not to be around them. You go in your room and lock yourself in the room and kind of disappear, but you really just deferring that butt whipping. And a lot of, I think I liken that to when people just say, let me just sock it away in my 401k. You're going to have to eventually take that lick.
You know,
Take that hit.
as I was thinking about this,
Uh-huh.
because when I think about a concept, I have to take it out of context and I have to look at the principle of it.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? This kind of reminds me of a lot of people can relate to this because you have a cousin or somebody that has been in this trouble, and we read about this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say little Johnny does a crime,
Okay.
and he does a crime. He doesn't have a lot of money,
Okay.
and the prosecutor says, listen, you can't bail out, but if you take this plea deal, you can go out and be out of jail today.
Okay. Okay.
And you don't have money for a good attorney. You can get out right now, but we need you to plead, and it's going to be a felony on your record.
Ooh.
Now think about it. You don't have any money. He don't have any money. He wants to get out of jail today.
Absolutely.
They want him to sign this piece of paper saying that he did it, but he doesn't have to do any jail time.
Mm-hmm.
So he's thinking right now, I don't have to sit in that cell. I don't have to be with them other dudes.
Just want to see my mom.
I want to see my mother, my children. I can go out right now. And he thinks about, and that's very enticing.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like, don't pay your taxes right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just defer them. I mean, think about this. Let's think about. I want you to think about this concept, this principle, because most things are concepts and principle. That's why it's so important for you to understand the big picture of what's going on. And whatever, I don't care what an investment it is, I always relate it to nature, and I take it out of context and look at the principle of it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was looking at this, the 401ks or retirement or kicking the can or postponing, why does the government want you to do that? Why would the prosecutor tell little Johnny,
Mm-hmm.
you can get out of jail right now. You just got to sign this piece of paper. You're going to have a felony charge. Little Johnny feeling like, okay, I'm out of jail. Hey, I can go see my homeboys. I'm out. But what does a felony do?
Oh man,
That means that he can't
get
what?
certain jobs.
He
You can't
can't-
be a realtor. You can't be a mortgage broker. You can't be in law enforcement. Most times when you go get an apartment, have you ever been convicted? You can't get certain jobs.
He can't even
That's-
get
yeah.
food stamps.
Oh,
He can't get any government
Section 8
housing.
housing.
He can't get no type of help.
Yeah.
And then on top of him, they told him, they said, listen, little Johnny, you can get out right now. You sign this guilty. You got a felony. And we're going to put you on probation for 10 years.
Oh goodness.
And then he got a probation officer that he got to pee in a cup or, he just restriction. And they watching him.
Can't travel freely. You need
But-
permission. That affects the rest of your life.
But he still signs it because he wants that relief, that instant relief right now.
Gotcha.
What does that have to do with postponing or deferring? If you know you're not going to get away, right now, what you're facing. You pay the taxes. You take out $100,000. You say, okay, I'm going to pay $20,000. But right now, if you take out $100,000 from your retirement accounts,
Mm-hmm.
since the CARES Act up until December 31st,
Mm-hmm.
you don't pay any 10% penalty if you're younger than 59 and a half. You don't pay any penalty.
Okay.
Secondly, instead of paying that $20,000, you get to pay it over 3 years. So it's like $6,700 next year, and the following year $6,700, and the following year $6,700. You can do, you can spread that tax,
Yeah.
but at least you get the bulk of that money right now. You can take that money and you can put it into a LERP.
Gotcha.
And you put it into a LERP, it grows back up.
Gotcha.
It's going. I mean, it'll grow more than $6,700. It grows back up. You never pay tax on it, and you have access to it, and it's not on probation. But think about it. A lot of people, man, don't understand that concept. They feel like, and the government says, guess what? You can put more money in this year. You can put more money, and people think that the government is like on their side. No, the government is on the government side because the government doesn't make anything. They need to get the money from the people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the rich people, they do LERPs.
Gotcha.
They put a lot of money in LERPs. They do LERPs and they do real estate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. And most of the people who working hard, they tell you to put more money and postpone, go on probation. In other words,
I think a lot of people, the logic is, Rob, if they don't put it somewhere, they'll spend it.
that is true.
I think a lot of people
That
are
is true.
feeling that,
If they
let me
don't-
just because they're not, like we just said, consistent.
They don't
they're
trust
not
themselves.
disciplined, and they don't trust themselves.
And they're grown. So that's when they need to come to us, because what we do, we set up automatic bank drafts. We'll
Yeah.
take it from you before you see it.
yeah.
Matter of fact, Lynda, I started like that when I was a kid. When I was like 19 years old. I mean, I just automatically bank. When I started putting in mutual funds, I started out with $200 a month because I thought that I couldn't, live without $200 a month. That's all I could do.
Right.
But I found that $200 a month, I still was alive. I did what I wanted to do.
Still went
And I took it up to
enjoyed your
$500 a
life.
month.
Yeah.
Then I took it up to $1,000 a month. Then I took it up to $2,000 a month. You follow me?
That's what
And
I'm saying. It'll make you feel good. You got to do it. And then it reminds me of people, because we have family members in law enforcement, when they go and file 0 exemptions. Oh,
So 0 exemptions. What does that really mean?
thinking that, I'll pay it later, kicking the can down the road. I need more of my money in my paycheck. I'm going to file 0 exemptions so that the government doesn't, or maybe 9 people, so that the government will give you more money back on your paycheck.
But you still owe that
But
money
you
at the end.
still owe it at the end. So then when they come to us and they're going, why do I owe $20,000 to Uncle Sam? Why? Because you didn't pay it.
So a lot of correctional officers do that.
A lot of them do that.
That's their homeboy shade tree financial planning
A
strategy.
lot of them do that.
That's like,
Especially when there's certain natural disasters or riots and they get a lot of overtime and they'll go zero exemptions. Don't do that.
that's like your mama
Don't
told you
do
to clean
that.
up the room and you put all the stuff under the bed. You put it all under the bed. You swept the dirt under the carpet. You put all the stuff under the bed and you ain't clean up nothing.
That is a temporary good feeling. Please don't do
Grown
that zero
people.
exemption stuff.
Grown people doing this.
Yeah.
And then
We
other
can show you other ways.
and the other correctional officers are following the lead to the other one.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Absolutely. 305
Blind leading the blind.
825 1444 is our number. 305 825 1444. Give us a call. Hopefully you'll stick with it. Don't just give us a call the first of the year and then fall off again. But like Robert said, we'll always take your call.
Yeah.
You
So
keep the light on.
So we believe that, even though you do have, taxable accounts, investments, and you do have, a lot of you all have, these retirement accounts, but I just want you to be proactive and I want you to plan. I don't want you to sit there and then when the government changed the rules and say the taxes are higher and the taxes are higher on his retirements, I don't want you to say, they did me wrong, because you have to get understanding and you have to seek. You can't just sit there. You got to be proactive. Like they say, the early bird gets the worm. So you should have a bucket of tax-free stuff.
Okay.
Put money in a tax-free, so when this money come out during retirement, you pay no taxes. There's some people that they empty all of their 401k plan into the bucket when they retire, but that's not smart because you have to pay a lot of taxes at the same time. What we like to do is ease it out every year, sliding it out. You know what I mean? Like you say in the movie Shawshank Redemption, my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy, he ain't just bust out. For years, he just dug a little tunnel.
Chip
Away.
chip.
Chip away. Before you know it, look for Andy, he gone.
Yeah.
Before you know it, all your money is out of that postponement tax. And you done took it and put it into that free tax bucket.
Right.
And it's legal and you never have to pay taxes. And the money comes in. You can set it up where it gives you a stream of income. We like to put money in LERP, so we put $50,000 a year for clients. We'll take it out of their retirement account, put it in there, pay the taxes, put it in alert. We let it get $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in alert. When you do that, when you get ready to retire, you can turn on a stream of income where it pays you, man, I don't know, $6,000, $10,000 a month. That's what we do. But you have to plan for this. And as long as you plan, man, you can make it happen. But you got to plan.
You got to get started and you got to stick with it. Our phone number 305 825 1444. We're not seeing people in person. We're doing it on Zoom.
Zoom or go to
Absolutely.
meetings.
Right.
Another thing I like about the LERP is the LERP, a lot of people, I don't like things that if you don't use it, you lose it. It's like car insurance. I can't stand if I don't get in an accident, I got to pay that premium again. And this homeowner's insurance is the worst.
I know.
I mean, you can have a paid off house with no mortgage. You got to pay the taxes and you got to pay that insurance in case a hurricane or fire or a flood come.
Right.
You don't get that money back.
No.
If nothing happens and you don't do a claim, seem like to me, logically, they're supposed to have that money in the kitty and say you good for the next year. No. You have to keep paying. I don't like that. And if you have a cancer policy or if you have a long-term care policy and you die in your sleep, that money goes down the drain. I don't like that, okay? But if you have a LERP, the life insurance, the death benefit, you use that. They give you, if you get cancer, a mild heart attack or a severe heart attack, they give you your flowers while you're alive. That's a pile of money. Instead of giving it to your loved ones when you're dead, if you get sick or become disabled,
The accident don't kill you.
the accident don't kill you, but you have blunt
But you have
trauma,
blood-
or if you
absolutely.
have an organ transplant, you can take that money tax-free and use it now while you're alive. It just gives you a lot of options.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And if none of that happens, you just have more money to leave to your family, and the money that grows inside of it, like ETFs, the money that goes inside of the LERP, man, I tell you, it really grows really good, and you have access. You don't have to wait. And then when you get ready to take the money out, you don't have to fill out a loan application, and I mean, you don't have all that credit checks. You create your own bank, so to speak, you know?
Absolutely.
So I like that a great deal.
Give us a call, 305 825 1444, 305 825 1444. You know, we always say just because you don't know about it doesn't mean it don't exist.
Yes.
We're very big on trust but verify. And what we do, and what we try to do is just share the information with you. Share, and again, you will feel good about it. I promise it'll make you feel just as good as getting dressed up, going to the expensive restaurants. You will feel good about it and really have something to brag about.
Yes.
Without feeling guilty, knowing that you're not being honest with yourself. So, again, please be consistent. We can't make anybody do anything, but
Yeah.
I just feel compelled to say that.
And you know, all LERP, some of you all listening to me, you're going to go ahead, you're going to research a LERP. Let me tell you something. All LERPs are not the same. I got to say that. Because some people
I
like
can
to
see people Googling it now.
Yeah, what's a LERP?
Okay.
All LERPs are not the same. What I mean, picking a LERP is like picking a spouse.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Some insurance companies will charge you high fees. I know them. We know them. We stay away from those companies, you know. We go with the top 5 companies because we vetted them. We know them. They're good companies. But you always have knockoffs, Lynda, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got a Louis Vuitton or a Prada or
Yeah.
Gucci. You always, it looks a certain way. You get a knockoff. Other companies will start replicating them and doing them, you know. I mean, the same thing with cars.
And the worst thing you can do is get with the wrong company, and then you don't find out until your money isn't keeping up with inflation.
And they
or
took
something,
advantage of
and
the
they
word
took
LERP.
advantage.
They took a
Absolutely.
LERP and they ripping you off and charging
Absolutely.
you more.
So even if you Google it, they should call us.
You should really call us because trust me, we're like detectives on this stuff. We go behind the curtains to find out, is this stuff real meat, you know? Is it really what it says? What's in the ingredients? You know, not just the word sandwich, but it could be some poisonous stuff inside of your LERP. So come to us and we'll tell you what's the best LERP to get involved with, okay?
Like it.
Because they're not the same. But like I said, that's with everything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a Volkswagen SUV looks like a Porsche SUV. The same body, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, a SUV Cadillac looks like, what is that? One of the GM. They shape the same.
Okay.
They just changed the emblem.
So now, excuse me, I hear people asking, Robert, this sounds really good, but what are the cons?
Okay, the cons is of putting money in the LERP is time. Time.
Okay.
You have to give it time. Well, you're giving it time anyway. You know, some of y'all, put money in every month to a 401k or IRA. Y'all giving that time, and you can't take it out into 10, 20 years or
So
whatever.
it's not for the person that don't want to dedicate the time.
Right.
The
No.
5-10 years. This is something long term. This is long term planning.
Yeah, it could be 10 years, 10 years. That's not really long term. I mean, people that have money, we plan 20. We got some land that we had for 20 years, you know?
Right.
We got a lot of, we plant seeds. Let me tell you something about time. A lot of you all lose because you have this thing about time. You have this, like, time is your enemy. Time is not your enemy. If you're doing the right thing, time is on your side. Now, if you're doing the bad thing, time is your enemy. They just gave you 40 years.
Right.
40 years, time is your enemy. But if you're doing the right thing, time is on your side because every day you're getting closer and closer to your dreams. So time really works good for you. If you think about everything that is worth having, it takes time.
It takes time.
I mean, it really, really does. I mean, do they have instant turkeys for Thanksgiving?
No.
The ones that you have to, marinate or cook
Bake all
bake
day
them.
long. and
Yeah, that's
something.
good food.
Gotcha.
All that instant stuff, they done put all kind of artificial stuff in it, different ingredients, but everything that takes, fine wine takes time. A nice tree that's going to give you shade,
right.
that it has deep roots, so when the wind blow, that took time for those roots to get deep, So everything, look at you. I mean, right now, you're 40, 50, 60 years old. I mean, you're not like 6 months old. So it took time for you to get some wisdom and some understanding, some experience. Time really is a factor. So don't worry about time. And if some of you all say, well, I'm going to be dead. Well, if you be dead, then you ain't got to worry about nothing. All right? The problem is if you're not dead because you're trying to stay alive. So then time is on your side. All right?
So that's a con. And we do know that everything isn't for everybody. There's different investment strategies. This is just one of them. We like it a lot. But again, if you one of those microwave people and you want it instantly, then this may not be for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We even do LERPs for children.
Wow.
I have a LERP for each of my grandkids.
All right.
And I have 4 of them. The youngest one is 3 years old. He has alert. Can you believe that? He has
do.
alert. It's a life insurance. Because let me tell you why. You don't have to use. It's called a life insurance retirement plan. But guess what? When you put your money in alert, you don't really have to wait until retirement. The guy, my grandson is 3. I have one that's 3. I have one that's 9. I have one that's 10. And Kyla, she is 20 now. She has alert.
Gotcha.
So she might want to buy real estate in the next 10 years. She can take money out of the alert. But the good thing about when you take money out of the alert, you don't actually withdraw from the alert. The alert money that's in there, it's going to always be in there earning compound interest.
So when you borrow?
You leverage it. If you have money in alert, let's say if you have $100,000 on alert and you need $95,000, they don't touch your $100,000. You use your money that's in your alert to keep getting interest. The next 3 days, they will give you 95% of the money to go out and buy stuff. So now you have 2 assets.
Right. So I hear people saying, I'm not that sophisticated. This not for me. You saying it and it sounds so good and easy because it's the industry you're in. But let me say this. Nothing, even what you do out there in your profession, you have people that are clinical technicians, respiratory therapists. To me, that sounds like something I can't do. So you go to an expert. Don't let the fact that you don't know about it or don't understand it, don't let it stop you. What we're trying to do is share information with you to not only build wealth for yourself, but generational wealth. And the fact that you don't know about it, don't let it scare you. Just pick up the phone, baby steps, call, make the appointment. We're the experts. And again, we're big on trust but verify. So I could just hear people, Robert, saying, well, that sounds, it's just too much for me, and let me just keep my money in CDs and in the bank. Oh, my goodness. Give us a call. You got to up your game. You always say this is chess now. You got to up your game. You got to make sure you and your family are taken care of. And this is just one of the ways. 305-825-1444. We love what we do, and I think we're the best at it.
Nigga, my cousin Terry Green, how you doing, cousin Terry, out of Ohio? Says awesome plan. You bet your beepy. This is an awesome plan. Good morning, family. Good morning, Erica Owens. Good morning, Sean. When we bring this to you, we bring it to you to enlighten you, to give you understanding. I made the relationship, and I made the example of someone. Once you get a felon on your life, then long as you're out of jail, people feel like they're free. But no, especially if you're on probation,
oh my goodness,
they lock you. I mean, you have it hard, And having a felony now inside the U.S. is akin to the new Jim Crow. It's the new slave strategy because you can't get any governmental help. I think that if you're a felon and you can't work for the post office, you can't be a firefighter, you can't work at the hospitals, you can't do that. For any government agency, okay, you cannot work. And they have it now for every job you go apply for, they ask you, are you a felon? That's another form of discrimination. I think, from my simple logic, if they make you a felon, then you make money however you cutting yards or whatever. You shouldn't have to pay any taxes. You shouldn't have to pay any taxes.
They're almost
they
prohibiting you from
working.
Right.
For them, for being part of, you can't vote. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm telling you, tell your children to stay away. Don't take that, please. Stay away from all this trying to be a felony. That's another tactic to make you a modern day slave, if to put a felony on you so you can't get any support or any help. Okay. So when you do that, when people do that, they just feel like self-gratification right now, immediate gratification, but it comes like to harm them. I liken that to when you prefer to have all of your wealth inside of a 401k. You have all of it inside of retirement accounts. Your accident waiting to happen. They know exactly what you have. So you're not just going to pay them the taxes that you're supposed to pay. You also paying part of your growth you have to give to Uncle Sam. So it's a double whammy. It's not that you have the taxes that you didn't pay. Think about this. If you owe $1,000, and they say right now, the tax is 20%. That's $200. But if they say no, you can defer it, postpone it. Now your $1,000 done grew to $100,000 over 20 years. Now 20% on $100,000 is $20,000. You wish you would have, when it was $1,000, when it was small, you would have paid the taxes, got that gum off your shoe,
Right.
get that leech off you. Now you do your thing and you grow your money. Now it's 100,000. You owe no taxes. They don't teach us that.
Right.
And you don't look at it. It's like, take this deal right now so you can be free, so you can get a tax deduction. No, if you plan on putting more money into something like that,
Right.
it's better for you to pay taxes on the seed than paying tax on the harvest. So some of you all have got the wrong information. You're getting ready to retire in 2 years, and you're putting extra money inside of your 457 plan. You're putting extra money inside of your deferred comp. You're putting extra money inside of your 401k plan or your 403 plan. That is not the way to do it. I'm telling you, that extra money, you should be putting less money in there and taking that extra money and putting it inside of a LERP that's used for retirement that's going to be tax-free. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. If you want more clarification, if you want more information, we're here. We want you to really, though, be consistent with it. If you really want to learn how to do it, don't just call us, get the information, and we don't hear from you. I don't know. We'll leave the porch light on for you, but we won't tell you no. But we really want you to take it serious, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and whatever plan we come up with, stick with it. 305-825-1444, 305-825-1444. Parnell Victor, great show. Insurance is the best strategy for peace.
It really is.
Yeah.
People don't understand.
The best love letter you can give your loved ones.
I mean, it looks like it's boring, but I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
Boring is good when it comes to your money, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't lose, and it gives you so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all can't imagine how much money we put in life insurance.
Yeah.
We put in these LERPs. You can't even imagine. You think we put a lot of money in the stocks. Yeah, we like stocks. Yeah, we like Neo and Tesla and Google and Netflix. We like all of that. You know what I mean? We like that. But boy, we don't like it more than these LERPs. We don't like it more than putting our money into these life insurances. We don't like it more. We like that the best. And we really like this thing called Get Out of Debt, this family bank that we set up for you. That is tops, better than, I'm telling you. You don't hear about that. They don't talk about that on CNBC. They talk about stocks and things like that and taking a lot of risks. But listen.
I like what Doretha Hall just said. It's a sad reality, but the real knowledge is applied knowledge. So you can know all this stuff, Robert, but if you don't apply it,
yes,
if you don't do it, you got nothing.
It's people that saying, I know.
I know. Yeah, I heard the Henderson Financial Group say it.
I know what to do.
I listened to the show.
I know I should be doing better.
Applied it.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Hey, listen, I want you guys to stay woke, stay tuned, because at 9:15, my daughter Hyacinth, who's been with me for 18 years, she's a stockbroker, an investment advisor, insurance advisor, author of Cream. She will be on at 9:15, and she'll be joined by my top man here, Tavares. Tavares, y'all know he's a good guy. Matter of fact, everybody that works with us, from Antonio, who's just the best. This guy's a top Medicare specialist. So if you getting all this bombardment, your parents about what plan, no, let me tell you something. Come to us.
Yeah, you don't have to read through all of that.
You don't have to read through all that.
Somebody,
he gonna Antonio cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Tavares Antonio has a show. Matter of fact, at 9:15 to 10:15, it'll be Heisey and Tavares. And then at 10:30 to 11:30, Understanding Money Part 2, it'll be myself and James T, Hot 105, who's been in the business and been in entertainment for a long time. Very spiritual, good guy, and just love people, and really, really teamed up. We teamed up together because we come from the same father, different mothers, but we have the same father. The father I'm talking about is the creator of the universe. So we feel the same thing, the love for the people and helping them, you know. And then tomorrow, as a matter of fact, my youngest daughter, Jasmine, she's just turned 25 yesterday. Jasmine, and also my nephew, Charles. Charles has just got his stockbroker's license also. They have a show called Baggage Claims. It's coming on tomorrow, Sunday.
Love it.
At 6 p.m., right before 60 Minutes, at 6 p.m. I want you all to tune back into the Henderson Financial Group page. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, Jasmine's just turned 25. Charles is 24. And they're going to talk to you about the power, the rule of 72, how to double your money, when to double your money. Don't miss that, because these are the young people. And they said since they got out of college, they ain't learned none of this stuff. Since they've been working here for 2 or 3 years, they learned so much about real estate, about LERPs, about, compound interest, tax-free stuff. And they're gonna talk to you. Have your kids, or even you, because a lot of you can learn from the way they speak, you know. And then Antonio and Tavares do a Wednesday night show, men. They're talking about actually how men, how they need to express their feelings. Women do it all the time, Lynda.
Yes, we do.
But men don't do it. Men have egos. They don't talk to each
Right.
other. So they have a fantastic show. They break it down and talk to you about different life and about what they're going through and what you need to have in order to make it through this whole maze life, you know?
Yeah.
So tune in to them every Wednesday at
Well,
7.
we give back a lot. We give a lot
Yes.
of information. We
Yes, we do.
enjoy it. We got you covered on the men. We got you covered on the 20-something. We got you covered with Robert and James and myself. Let's do it.
Education.
Education.
And we love you. Same time, same station. We got to go. Have a great weekend and be safe.